The desert air in Las Vegas usually shimmers with the promise of high-stakes fortune, but this weekend, the city of neon was consumed by a different kind of fever, a purple-hued electricity that radiated from the heart of the Allegiant Stadium. It has been years since the world witnessed a phenomenon of this magnitude, a seismic shift in global pop culture that defied gravity and reason. The return of BTS to the stage is not just a concert, it is a historical milestone, a moment that fans have been counting down to since the members stepped away to fulfill their national duties. As the sun dipped below the horizon on this fateful evening, the energy surrounding the stadium became palpable. Thousands of fans, the legendary army, flooded the streets like a tidal wave of devotion, their light sticks creating a glowing constellation that seemed to mock the artificial brightness of the strip. However, something else was happening behind the VIP barricades, a quiet, star-studded invasion that would eventually set the internet ablaze. As the house lights dimmed and the opening notes of their latest chart-topping anthem echoed through the massive venue, the focus wasn't just on the 7 men commanding the stage, it was on the shadows in the VIP suites. It started with a whisper on social media, a grainy photo captured by a lucky fan in the front row, then another and another. Suddenly, the impossible was confirmed. The guest list in Las Vegas had transcended the ordinary. 10 of the world's biggest superstars, icons who usually command their own sold-out stadiums, were spotted in the crowd, not as performers, but as fans. You could see the disbelief in the eyes of those around them. How could the boundaries of fame dissolve so completely? The atmosphere was thick with tension and excitement, a collective holding of breath as the crowd realized they were sharing a room with royalty from the music, film, and fashion worlds. The stage production was a marvel of modern engineering, a visual feast that mirrored the evolution of RM, Jin, Suga, J-Hope, Jimin, V, and Jungkook. Each member brought a renewed intensity to their performance, their movements crisp, their vocals soaring with a precision that only comes from years of shared history and individual growth. RM's leadership was anchored in a newfound maturity, his raps cutting through the noise with philosophical depth. Jin's ethereal vocals filled the cavernous stadium, reminding everyone why he is the silver voice of a generation. Suga's stage presence was nothing short of commanding, his sharp, rapid-fire flow matched by an aura of pure, unfiltered confidence. J-Hope moved with the fluid grace of a dancer who had mastered every rhythm of the universe, his smile a beacon of joy, even in the most complex choreography. Jimin's fluidity was mesmerizing, a delicate balance of softness and raw power that left the audience breathless. V, with his deep, soul-stirring baritone, turned every lyric into a cinematic experience, while Jungkook, the golden center, moved with the ease of a veteran star, his charisma tethering the entire production together. Yet, as the show progressed, the eyes of the digital world kept drifting toward the VIP section. The cameras were panning, hunting for the reaction shots that everyone knew were coming. A fleeting glimpse of a legendary pop singer dancing to the bridge of a song, a world-famous actor singing along to the chorus. These weren't just random sightings, they were declarations. The influence of BTS had reached a point where the distinction between star and fan had completely eroded. Even the most seasoned industry veterans were reduced to starstruck enthusiasts. One small blink-and-you-miss-it moment, a quick zoom in on a certain A-list celebrity reacting to a specific ad-lib by one of the members, sent tremors through the fan base. It was a detail that felt intimate, personal, and profoundly revealing. As the first half of the show hit its peak, the sheer scale of the event became overwhelming. This was no longer just a concert, it was a cultural summit. The ground literally vibrated under the weight of the collective cheers. But hold your breath, because as we transition into the second half of this spectacle, the revelations only get deeper. The true weight of this night, the behind-the-scenes dynamics, and the secret connections revealed in the VIP box are about to come into sharper focus. Keep watching, because what happened next, under the dim lights of the VIP lounge, changed the trajectory of the entire night, and perhaps even the future of these global icons. You haven't seen the half of it yet. The second half of the performance at Allegiant Stadium began with a shift in tone, a transition from the high-energy spectacle into something more raw, vulnerable, and deeply artistic. This was the moment that critics and fans alike had been waiting for, the deeper cut of the new album, the compositions that explored the members. The second half of the performance at Allegiant Stadium began with a shift in tone, a transition from the high-energy spectacle into something more raw, vulnerable, and deeply artistic. This was the moment that critics and fans alike had been waiting for, the deeper cut of the new album, the compositions that explored the members' individual journeys through the years of silence and transition. The stage design transformed into an immersive landscape landscape of light and shadow, with each member stepping into their own spotlight. The atmosphere in the stadium shifted from the frantic energy of a pop show to the focused, almost spiritual silence of a symphony. It was during this segment that the presence of those 10 global icons in the VIP section became even more significant. They weren't just standing there, they were witnessing a masterclass in stagecraft. They weren't just audience members, they were students, observers of a craft that was being redefined before their very eyes. As the members poured their hearts into the melodies, the cameras, no longer satisfied with just capturing the performance, began to trace the reactions of the high-profile guests in the shadows. The sight of these titans of industry, individuals who set the trends for the rest of the world, nodding their heads in genuine appreciation of the technical prowess on display, was a surreal narrative in itself. The connection between the 7 men on stage and the legends in the stands was palpable. A silent conversation played out in rhythm and reaction. The narrative of the night was no longer just about the songs or the choreography. It was about the sheer, undeniable gravity of BTS, their ability to command respect from peers, while simultaneously holding their fans in the palm of their hands, is a testament to the longevity they have cultivated. They have moved past the boy band label and into a space that is almost impossible to define, a category of one. The climax of the evening approached with a sense of inevitability. The final, earth-shaking encore, where every member gave the last of their energy to the crowd, served as a cathartic release. The stadium, already pulsing with the collective heartbeat of thousands, seemed to ignite. But it wasn't just the fans who were losing themselves. The 10 superstars in the VIP section were now fully uninhibited. Their masks of professional composure dropped, joining in the chant, their voices lost in the ocean of sound. It was a scene of total, unadulterated unity. The small detail that had been teased earlier finally came to fruition, a moment where one of the members made direct eye-level contact with the VIP section, a brief acknowledgement that bridged the gap between the stage and the star-studded gallery. It was a blink of an eye exchange, but it confirmed everything we already knew. There is no hierarchy in the world of true art. As the final lights flickered out and the stadium began its long, buzzing crawl back toward the exit, the air was thick with the weight of history. People weren't just talking about the songs they heard, they were talking about the night the world seemed to orbit around this one singular point in Las Vegas. The legacy of this concert won't just be the sales or the social media impressions, it will be the memory of the night the stars came to watch the stars. The impact of this event will ripple through the industry for months, perhaps years, as the realization sets in that the bar has been irrevocably raised. The journey of these 7 members is far from over. In fact, after tonight, it feels like they are only just beginning a new chapter, one where the audience is not just the people in the seats, but the entire world. The energy remains high, the questions are swirling, and the influence of this night is just starting to take hold. You've witnessed the spectacle, but remember that the true story is in the impact, in the way that music at its best can bring the entire world into one room and leave everyone, even the icons, wanting just a little bit more. Stay tuned, because in a world that moves this fast, the next development is always just around the corner, and you don't want to miss where this path leads next.
The echoes of the Allegiant Stadium are still ringing through the streets of Las Vegas, even as the neon lights of the Strip seem to glow with a slightly deeper shade of purple. The 4-night residency of the Arirang World Tour has not just been a concert series, it has been an absolute seismic event that has effectively recalibrated the global music landscape. As the dust settles on the initial weekend performances, the sheer magnitude of what was witnessed is only beginning to be understood. The special appearance at the American Music Awards, AMAs, has only served to fan the flames of a frenzy that shows no signs of slowing down. Analysts are already calling this the most significant comeback tour in modern history, noting that the sheer economic and cultural velocity behind RM, Jin, Suga, J-Hope, Jimin, V, and Jungkook has shattered every expectation set by industry pundits. But for the members themselves, the intensity is just the beginning. The Arirang Tour is a grueling marathon, with dozens of dates spanning across continents, and the Las Vegas leg is merely the bridge between their triumphant return to the US stage and the upcoming global milestones. The atmosphere in the city has been described as a purple fever dream, where every business, from the massive casinos to the smallest boutiques, has pivoted to accommodate the massive influx of fans. It's a testament to the group's unique ability to weave their artistry into the fabric of local economies, creating a symbiotic relationship that few other artists can claim. The logistical triumph of managing 4 sold-out nights in the heart of Nevada is a masterclass in modern touring, but it's the personal dedication of the members that keeps the engine running at such a high frequency. Behind the scenes, the camaraderie is as strong as ever. a vital necessity for navigating the pressure of a 70-date world tour. The members have been seen taking brief moments of respite, though even these are meticulously planned to maintain their peak physical and mental condition. The rigorous rehearsals for the upcoming European and Asian legs are already underway, with the group constantly refining the choreography and set design to keep the experience fresh. Each show is treated as a living entity, evolving with the energy of the audience and the creative impulses of the members. There is a sense of urgency in their movements, a hunger that hasn't been satiated by their years of success. This is a group that is actively writing their own history, refusing to rest on the laurels of their past achievements. The industry is watching with bated breath, as the Arirang Tour effectively sets the new standard for what a stadium tour can achieve in 2026. From the high-tech visual projections that transform the arena into an ethereal landscape to the flawless vocal performances that demand absolute focus from every spectator, the show is a technical marvel. But beyond the lights and the sound, there is the undeniable human element. The way the 7 members connect with their audience, a mix of vulnerability, humor, and raw, unbridled passion, creates a bond that defies language and geography. It's this emotional resonance that keeps fans returning, and it's why the secondary market for tickets remains among the most active in the world, despite the massive inventory. As we look toward the next stops on the tour, from the grand stages of Europe to the intimate heart of their upcoming Festa celebrations in Busan, the narrative remains consistent. The world belongs to the sound of Arirang. The momentum is irreversible, and the reach of their music is expanding into demographics that were previously untouched. Whether they are commanding the stage in Las Vegas or making a surprise appearance at a globally televised award show, the members of BTS are operating at the peak of their creative powers. They have successfully transitioned from being a boy band to being a permanent, indispensable pillar of global pop culture. The road ahead is long, but for these 7 artists, it is a path they have walked before, and they are doing so now with a clearer, more powerful vision than ever. Stay tuned, because as this world tour progresses, every city will become a witness to the unfolding of a legacy that is, in every sense of the word, monumental, remains the beating heart of this massive operation. Observing them on stage, one is struck by the seamless evolution of their dynamic, the way they balance individual artistic expressions with a collective energy that feels both mature and exhilaratingly fresh. They have navigated the pressures of a 70-plus date tour with a grace that can only come from years of shared, high-stakes experiences. Behind the scenes, the rigor of their preparation for the upcoming legs in Asia, Australia, and Europe is legendary, with every rehearsal session treated as an opportunity to push their own boundaries further. They aren't simply touring, they are evolving, constantly refining their craft to ensure that every attendee, in every corner of the world, receives a piece of the magic that makes this group an incomparable entity in music history. As we look ahead, the excitement only intensifies. The logistics of moving such an elaborate, state-of-the-art production across multiple continents is a gargantuan task, yet it is being executed with military-grade precision. The anticipation for the upcoming dates in Tokyo, the diverse Latin American leg, and the highly coveted spots in Europe suggests that the Arirang momentum will only accelerate as we head into 2027. This isn't a victory lap, it is a declaration. The industry is currently operating in a post-BTS reality, where the old benchmarks for success, engagement, and global impact have been rendered obsolete. What remains to be seen is just how much higher this collective can soar. The narrative of their journey is no longer just about their survival or their comeback. It is about the expansion of a legacy that refuses to be contained. With each passing day, and every new city they grace with their presence, the story of the Arirang World Tour solidifies its place in the history books. For the millions of fans watching, waiting, and participating in this journey, the promise is simple. The show is just getting started, and the future, bathed in the glow of the purple ocean they create everywhere they go, looks brighter than it ever has before. Stay focused, because the rhythm of this tour is changing the world, one heartbeat at a time, and we are all along for the ride. The aftermath of the Arirang Summit, a night for the history books. The electric hum of Las Vegas hasn't faded, and it likely won't for a very long time. As the dust settles on the final hours of the Allegiant Stadium residency, the global conversation remains fixated on the unprecedented fusion of high-stakes pop culture and the singular, gravitational pull of BTS. We aren't just looking at a successful concert run, we are witnessing a genuine paradigm shift in how global icons interact, perform, and command the world stage. The Arirang World Tour has officially moved beyond the realm of music, solidifying its place as the definitive cultural touchstone of 2026. With the American Music Awards held right in the heart of the Las Vegas festivities, perfect bridge, the narrative has shifted from the return to the total dominance. The sight of the 7 members of BTS, RM, Jin, Suga, J-Hope, Jimin, V, and Jungkook, operating with such poise and artistic clarity after their hiatus has left both critics and peers in awe. This tour, with its cutting-edge 360-degree stage design and a setlist that seamlessly balances the weight of their new chart-topping album, Arirang, with the explosive energy of their classic hits, has effectively rewritten the rulebook for what a stadium show can be. Behind the scenes, the sheer scale of the operation is staggering. From the massive The City activations that transformed the entire Las Vegas Strip into a purple and red-hued playground for the ARMY, to the meticulous logistical planning that allowed the band to juggle a world record-breaking tour alongside major award show appearances, the professionalism on display is unparalleled. Yet, it is the members' enduring connection to one another, the way they balance their individual strengths to form a singular, unstoppable force, that remains the true story. They have navigated the pressures of this 85-show global trek with a level of maturity that is only possible through their shared history, turning each stadium into a sanctuary for their fans. As we look toward the upcoming legs in Asia, Australia, and Europe, the anticipation is building to a fever pitch. The Arirang era is, in every sense, a victory lap that is simultaneously a new beginning. We are seeing a group that has transcended the typical career arc of pop stars, moving into a space where their influence is woven into the very fabric of global entertainment. Whether they are performing in front of a sold-out stadium or preparing for their historic co-headlining spot at the World Cup final halftime show, the momentum is entirely theirs. The world has watched as they reclaim their throne, and the message from Las Vegas is clear. BTS is not just back, they are operating at a level that the industry hasn't seen in decades. The journey is far from over, and as the tour continues to span the globe, every city they visit is destined to become part of a legacy that is, by any standard, absolutely monumental. The Arirang revolution has only just begun.